Happy Sunday! Hope everybody's having a fantabulous Sunday. Hope you're getting some rest and relaxation. So, see this right here? This is what we're going to work with today. So we've been doing a lot of chalkboards lately. So I wanted to try a different surface and show it to you. So this is our reclaimed drawer front. It's pretty big. Let me back up so you can see. It's really awesome. It's made by Chalk Couture. And of course it is wood. Let's see what the size is. So it's 6 inches by 18 inches. That's the workable area. So this is a one-time use product, and you do want to wax it ahead of time before you apply chalk to it. So I've done that prior to starting this video so that the surface is good and prepared for us to work with. So I have that. And then the design that I picked to go on it is this farmhouse design. So it says farmhouse, and then the O is the wreath. So it has a little wreath, and then it also has this cute little bird that you can set up on top of one of your letters. And, you know, of course you can do any colors that you want. But what I'm thinking about today is for the lettering, I was thinking I would use the black velvet. And then for the leaves on the wreath, I was going to use this honeydew, this one. And then I really love this candy apple red. So I thought I'd make the little bird red, make it look like a little cardinal or something sitting up there. And I thought that would give it a little pop of color with the black. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me get my camera turned down so that you can see what I have going on. And I'm gonna get my laptop turned on over here so that hopefully I will be able to see any comments or questions that pop up as well. So let's pop this down here so that you can see what I'm working on. How's that? Okay. So I know the letters look like they are backwards, but I promise they are not. It's just because I have the camera on selfie mode. So it's the camera that is backwards, and it keeps telling me to flip my camera. So it's being a little difficult today. Okay, I think it's... So tell me what you got going on this Sunday. Did you go to church? Did you go out for breakfast? My husband and I went to Whataburger for breakfast. Nothing fancy, but we did go out and get some breakfast this morning. Okay, so here we go. Perfect. So now I have my laptop set so that I can see your question and comments. And then I'm also going to share this to my Hen House Crafting Club. If you haven't joined there, I would love to have you over there so that you can always see what we got going on, what crafts I got going on, and I'd like to see what kind of crafts you got going on. So pop on over there and join my Hen House Crafting Club and check out everything that I've been working on, and also show me what you've been working on, what kind of projects you've been working on. So first I'm going to get started by using these transfer snippers, and they are specially coated so that when you cut something sticky like a transfer, the sticky won't stick to the trimmers. So these are available also in my website. So the first thing I'm going to do is, yeah, you can see all of these lines. Those are the cut lines. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out. So earlier I told you that I waxed the board ahead of time. So what I use is Minwax furniture polish. I just bought it at Lowe's. And you just rub it on with a clean cloth and then wait about 20 minutes and then buff any excess off. So that's why I did it ahead of time, so that we're not just sitting here chatting while we're waiting for time for the wax to be ready to work with. Okay, last one. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have it all cut out, it's time to lay it out on our surface and decide exactly where we want it to go. So I need to make sure and leave enough room for my O in the center. So it's going to go something like this. What do you think? How does that look? So it's pretty close to the edge here. I could move it in a little bit on each side, I suppose, to where it's like that. Does that look better so that it's not so close to the edges? I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I don't have any washi tape, so I'm just gonna get a little sticky out of my desk drawer, and I'm just gonna mark where I want the edge of the design to sit. Because I need to lift this up and fuzz it. And then place it on the board. So this is my fuzzing cloth here. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth at home, you can also use a terry cloth dish towel. So I'm going to remove this from the backer paper and place it on here once or twice. Because this is not a really slick surface, it shouldn't be too sticky on here like it would if it were on a chalkboard or glass. So now I need to try and line this back up. So what I did is I put it right at the top edge, and then right to the left of my F is where I put it. So let's see if I can get this straight. That's going to be the trickiest part of the whole project, is just getting it straight and even. How's that look? Pretty good? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now give us some room for our O. Okay, so we got that there. And we're gonna start with our black velvet. I've already stirred it up. You always wanna make sure to stir it up and make sure that it's a yogurt consistency. If it's thicker than that, you can add water and then just stir it up really good and it'll still work just fine. It doesn't mean that it's ruined. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add some of the black velvet to my small squeegee, and I'm gonna start gently gliding it across the top until all of the letters are covered. So if you've watched many of my videos, you might realize that some of the stuff that I say, I repeat over and over again. And the reason for that is because we always have somebody new who's watching and they haven't heard me say it before, so they might not realize what exactly they need to do. This might be the very first time that they've watched. So I want to make sure that everybody's getting the information that they need and that they want. Okay, so I've got the whole thing covered. The next thing is to stand the squeegee up and drag it across the top to remove the excess. And then I'm going to scrape it back into my jar. And we're going to keep doing that over and over until the whole thing is finished. So this is the same chalk that we've been using on other projects, on chalkboards and things like that that we've been working on. It's the exact same thing. But today we're putting it on wood. All right, so this part is done and now we want to quickly lift. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's perfect. I love black and white. It just really pops. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is try to put the end of the word in here so that I can give this section a little bit of time to dry. I do have my hair dryer over here. I'll probably go ahead and hit it with the hair dryer as well before I put the O in, but I'll go ahead and dry the whole farm use all together. So I'm going to remove this second portion from the backer paper. And I'm going to put it on my fuzzing cloth once or twice. And you'll notice when I lifted it up, it wasn't very sticky at all. So it was pretty easy to lift up. All right, so the trick here is going to be trying to get it the same. Well, that's not straight at all. Try to get it the same distance that I have here. Over here. So it needs to move over just a little bit. come down a little bit. Still too high. That's better. That's good. Okay, I think we're good. And I think it's pretty straight. So we're ready to put black on that portion of the word. This is going to be an adorable little farmhouse sign. Hope you all like it as much as I do. Okay, so same procedure. Stand it up and scrape off the excess. Place it back into the jar. And if you could see me, you could see that I'm kind of biting my lip a little bit. Do you guys do anything like that when you're really concentrating? It's like I have to hold my mouth a certain way for it to work. Let's do it this way so that you can see better. All right, the big reveal. Oh man, I love how crisp and clean these letters are turning out. So when I remove this from the board, I have a little water pan over here off to my side, and I'm just dropping those in the water pan because I want to make sure that the chalk paste doesn't dry in the screen and mess up my screen, because one of the great things about these is that you can use them over and over again. In fact, I have a lumbar pillow. It's a pillow cover, actually. I purchased it from Chalk Couture, and I think it's about the same size as this, and I'm thinking about making me a pillow with this same design. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the hair dryer to go ahead and dry this really well. This portion is pretty dry, and the way I can tell is that this side, you probably can't tell on the camera, but this side is has a little bit of a shine to it, and this one is more of a matte finish. So bear with me for a moment while I dry this. And you want to use a warm heat. It's not going to hurt anything. Today. Let me know what you think so far. The trickiest part is just getting it lined up. If you want to see the beginning, after this is over, I will share the replay and you can watch from the beginning to see how we got to this point. So this is a wood surface. It's the reclaimed wood drawer, and it's turning out pretty cute. And I think it's pretty dry. I'm going to hit it for another second. Okay, so I think it's dry. All of it looks like a matte finish, so it should be dry. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, it comes with these 3 pieces for the wreath. I'm thinking I'll go ahead and do the little twigs in the black, and then I'll come back and layer it with the leaves in the honeydew. And then I think I'm not going to do the polka dots on this one. The polka dots to me would look like maybe berries on your wreath or something like that. You could do something like that, but I think I'm going to skip this one for now. And then I got to figure out where I'm going to put my little bird, and I'm going to do it in the red. So let's start with these little twigs. I first need to remove it from the backing paper. And I'm just gonna put it on my fuzzing cloth one quick time, because it doesn't stick as much on this wood as it would a shinier surface. So now we gotta line this baby up, and it's gonna be our O. How does that look? That looks good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. We're gonna go with this. So again, I'm gonna go with the black. Hey Denise, sorry, I know it's backwards. It's because I'm using selfie mode on my phone, but it's gonna say Farmhouse. So it's got F-A-R-M-H. The wreath is gonna be our O, and then U-S-E. So when I'm finished with the project completely, I will definitely post a picture that has it the right direction. I apologize for that. So let's do the little wreath twigs in the black. It won't take much for this one little piece. I'm going to remove the excess. Okay, now we're gonna lift her up. There you go. And we have the first part of our O. Okay, I'm gonna put my black away. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid back on. You don't wanna leave it open any longer than necessary, because the more the air gets to it, the thicker your paste is going to get. So to preserve it, I always like to put the lid back on as soon as I'm finished with it. And that way I don't have to worry about adding water later because it's too thick. Okay, so now I need to dry this so that we can put our leaves on. And then we can also add our bird. So let me dry this. Figure out where to put this bird too. Any suggestions on where you think it should go? So in the brochure, let's see if you can see this. In the brochure, they put it on the M. I know it's backwards, but hopefully you can kind of see. So what do you think? Is that a good place for it on the M? Or do you think I should put it somewhere else? Okay, while we're thinking about that, I'm gonna come and do the green leaves on our wreath. So we just need to remove it from the backing paper. And put it on the fuzzing cloth. And then we're just gonna try to line it up over the twigs so that they're somewhat centered under our leaves. think that's pretty good. So our leaves are going to cover up some of the twigs, but some of it will show through. So I haven't tried this before, but hopefully it's going to turn out super cute. All right, and for this, I need a clean squeegee. And we're going to use the honeydew for the leaves. Load up my squeegee and I'm ready to go. Okay. All right, let's see what this looks like. Cross your fingers that it worked the way I hoped. There we go. Okay, that's kind of cute. Can you see the green? It's kind of light on the camera. Hopefully you can see it okay. All right, so now we're gonna work on our little bird. And same procedure. I'm gonna put it on the fuzzing cloth and then place it. Nobody had any suggestions, so I think I'm going to place it still on the M like they did in the example. Let's see here. I want to make sure he's sitting right on top of the M. Like that. And then gently make sure that just around the bird is down. You don't have to press all of that down and take a chance of the transfer messing up the black underneath. So that's why I just rub right around the bird. Okay, so put my honeydew away. And I'm going to use the mini squeegee and the poppy red chalk paste. This is one of my favorites. Okay, it only takes a tiny bit for that little bird. Last one. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. The red bird might be my favorite part. I love that. Okay. Let me turn it around so that you can see. There. Okay, let me lift my camera up and give you a full view of what we have here. There we go. Perfect. My hair's on my face. So, what do you think? So this is the reclaimed drawer front from Chalk Couture with the farmhouse wreath design. I really like it. I feel like, remember the Tim the Toolman show where the neighbor was always like peering over the fence? That's what I feel like. So it's super cute. I'm going to stage it here in my house and take a still picture so that you can see it where the word is not backwards. And if you have any questions or comments about making this project or purchasing supplies to do so, drop me a comment or leave me a private message, and I will be happy to answer those questions. And if you have not already done so, please join the Hen House Crafting Club to stay up to date with all of my newest projects and to share your projects with me. I want you guys to try this out, and I want you to take pictures and share it in the Hen House Crafting Club. Also, if you are interested in becoming a chalk couture designer, I'd love to help you with that as well. Just reach out to me either in the comments or in a personal message, and I will get you all the information regarding that. Or if you'd like to do a workshop, invite all of your friends over and make a really cool project that they get to take home, and you get to take home, as well as a transfer that you get to take home to try out on other surfaces. You know, because like I said, you can reuse these and, you know, make one for yourself and then make one for maybe a bridal shower that you're going to, or a birthday gift or something like that. And you can put it on a different surface and make it look different. You can even put it in different colors so that it doesn't look exactly like yours. So anyway, this has been fun. I really appreciate you joining me today. Or if you're catching me on the replay, I appreciate that as well. So throw me some hearts if you like this cute farmhouse design. And I look forward to crafting with you again next week. You guys have a wonderful week. Get a little bit of rest before you have to get back to work tomorrow. And I will be seeing you soon.